Go. All right. I got this way charged.
None of you guys show a lot of strength in your officiating.
Black 33, push. I pointed the wrong way.
Line them up. You don't push them in the back blatantly like that, all right?
These kids stay the same age, and we get older every year.
Curtis Shaw is the coordinator of officials for a consortium of 4 Division I conferences, most notably the Big 12, and he's on a mission to modernize his craft.
I feel like over the last 7 or 8 years, we've kind of stayed in neutral, and we maybe as officiating crews haven't done enough to keep up with the changes in the game, with the size of the players, with the speed of the players, with the coaching styles. We might have gotten a little lax in keeping up with that trend. Let's talk about free throws, because this is another situation that we've done an absolutely horrendous job of refereeing.
Shaw, who spent 21 years running the floor, becoming one of the NCAA's top referees, is directing a summer camp for officials in suburban Dallas, a 3-day seminar in which about 70 officials have spent $575 for the opportunity to be evaluated and instructed by a handful of the game's top referees.
You guys have never worked together before, right? You guys don't seem like you're on the same sheet of music. It's not a choreographed ballet out here.
Shaw's staff is working with the campers who are calling games at the Great American Shootout, an AAU tournament where college coaches from throughout the country are scouting some of the nation's top high school players. Shaw's campers have the task of calling the top-tiered games at the tournament, and they get immediate feedback.
Forward. When you're the lead down there, you got down there good, all right, and then the ball settled right over there at the 28-foot mark. So you came here, right?
Ford Branch, who called about 15 Ohio Valley Conference games last year, drove 10.5 hours from his home in Princeton, Kentucky to be here. He worked at his day job as a pharmaceutical salesman, then hit the road, picking up 3 officiating buddies in Memphis and arriving here in Duncanville during the early morning hours.
I drove the whole 10.5. I didn't have any help. There was a lot of sleepers. A lot of sleepers in the car. No, I had one. I had one stayed up. I think he must have been a little nervous. He's probably a little nervous. Long trip.
Branch and his colleagues share the same ultimate dream of tossing the ball up to open the national championship game. But their road to the Final Four will travel a far less celebrated path than the players and coaches who will arrive there in glory.
You're all independent contractors. Your contract ran out in May, June, whatever it was. Nobody's hired. I will make all conference staff decisions starting the 1st of August.
The typical college basketball official is not getting rich. The NCAA employs no full-time officials, meaning everybody is a freelancer. No health plans, no benefits, no pensions, no contracts.
His knee buckled on him. So right now, Jerry Pollard in pain.
Shaw says the average official calling 40 to 60 Division I games a season might make $50,000 a year, but that's before taxes.
Full timeout. Full timeout.
And so virtually every referee you will find here and elsewhere holds down a full-time job.
I'm an independent contractor. For some reason I go out there one night and pull a hamstring or tear up a knee or an ACL. Basketball would be gone and there'd be nothing there to support. So obviously I want to keep things in perspective. Basketball is always going to be second to family and career.
Come out tonight ready to referee.
Shaw said the consortium of conferences, which pays his salary, is working to restructure the pay scale for referees in an effort to put less strain on them, though he acknowledges there is little hope of creating a full-time professional stable of college officials.
I just don't think it's feasible. I think the cost of employee benefits, the cost it would take to hire them away from their full-time jobs, I don't think that's out there.
Shaw himself refereed 18 NCAA tournaments and 7 Final Fours. A no-nonsense official, he once ejected a team mascot for getting in his way during an inbounds play.
I want to make you successful once you get to the top.
But now Shaw has left the court for this newly created position, with designs on identifying talent earlier and standardizing officiating.
Enforce the rule as written in the rule book. That's the single point of emphasis.
Why would the NCAA need to make that a point of emphasis?
Well, because I don't think we've done a good job of doing that. I think the message is, as an official, Don't decide what's important. Don't decide what should be called and what shouldn't. Don't try to decide at what point of the game a call should be made or shouldn't be made. Strictly call it by the rule book.
Whenever anybody asks me what's my goal for each year, it's to keep our referees off SportsCenter. So I'm saying if a pass.
John Adams is the NCAA coordinator of men's basketball officiating, and he's at the camp to observe and assess Shaw's management style and new program. Both Shaw and Adams say they believe technology can go a long ways to elevating officiating.
I think the more we can get our business to be more of a science and less of an art, the greater the predictability will be night in, night out for players and coaches to understand how a game will be refereed.
With 2 clicks of your mouse, you can now watch every foul that Butler committed in this game. The technology is amazing.
The science of officiating may very well be emerging in this suburban neighborhood in Riverside, California, in a home office on a laptop computer. Here, Scott Mossman of Synergy Sports Technology is demonstrating his company's video-based analytics system, which counts as its subscribers every NBA team and more than 200 Division I NCAA programs.
Let's say that I'm with UCLA and you're an assistant coach at USC and I'm getting ready to play you. So I want to look at all of your center's post-ups. So I can go in there and I have a clip of video for every time that your center posts up.
Areas in the left block, dribbles, spins.
Goes left shoulder and scores. And not only that, but I can drill down on those clips and I can say, I want to see all of that center's left block, left shoulder, put the ball on the floor, take a jump hook post-ups, and I can see all those on video.
Synergy is providing a free pilot program for Shaw's Big 12 group and for Adams of the NCAA.
Well, if we translate that to the officiating field, we can take, official John Smith, and we can go in and we can show all of his traveling calls, all the technical fouls that he calls, all of his 3-second violations, any foul that he calls. Anything that you can think of, we can catalog it and index it and make it easily retrievable for an evaluator or for the actual official.
The game has changed, the process has changed, the system's changing.
Back in Texas, Ford Branch learned about the new video system.
We're going to have instant access to every game you referee in the Ohio Valley, the Southland, the Conference USA, or the Big 12 Conference.
How would you describe the state of officiating in college basketball right now?
I would describe the state of officiating in basketball right now in a new change. I think it's a new day.
I think I've got, as good a shot as anybody here. Now, whether or not NCAA tournament, it's a goal, it's a dream. I think that's all I can do at this point. I just need to keep improving and let the chips fall where they do.